All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I just want to thank you for just being a part of it. If you're not a subscriber, I'm going to ask you to subscribe right now. I'm always going to come raw, no fluff, just some really short but value-based videos to really entertain, but really to educate you, the entrepreneur who really wants to get in the game of credit repair, who really wants to get in the game of business funding, but also who just wants to get better in their craft, right? This isn't just for those of you who are in the credit repair space. If you want to get in the credit repair space, I can definitely help you do that. You can go to my main page here and just click on the link and it'll show you some steps you can take, or just go into my description of this video and click the link there at mytimefreedom.pro, and I can show you exactly how to get in the game. It doesn't matter if you have zero experience. I am helping individuals who are ready to jump in the game and learn everything to really start building a business that does 4 or 5 figures. So that being said, let's get right into it. This video is going to be about how to go from kind of a novice to an expert in this game of credit repair. Now, a lot of people, and you can apply this really into any business, but sorry, I got my eyes is watering. You can apply this really to any business model because the steps I'm going to give you are the exact steps that I've used in various business models. To go from kind of being a newbie in the game to becoming an expert or a master in the game. Now, I don't consider myself a master yet. I'm still striving to get better. I'm still in the learning stages. But the good news is that everybody is still in the learning stages, right? So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to realize that no matter what business you start, whether it be a credit repair business, whether it be a digital marketing business, whether you're in a network marketing business, whether you're in a hair salon business, that if you're brand new, you're a newbie, right? And as a newbie, the most valuable thing you can do is continue to learn, continue to seek out knowledge, right? And take in that knowledge with the intent to apply that knowledge, right? It doesn't matter what profession you start, but I'll just use the industry that I'm in as far as coaching and credit repair, is that when I first got in, there was a lot of things I knew, but there's a lot of things I didn't know, more things than I didn't know. And so I had to take in the fact that, guess what? I'm new. It's okay to be new. It's okay to decide, I want to learn some information. So I started doing things like reading books about the Fair Credit Reporting Act, learning what the Fair Debt Collection Act is, learning about some different bylaws in the Fair Credit Reporting Act and what they mean, learning a little bit more about consumer law, understanding what is the dispute process, different variations of the dispute process. Why does the dispute process work? When does it not work? Why do the credit bureaus reject or dispute? All these different things, right? And how did I do that? I started reading books. I started watching videos. I became a YouTube university student, and I realized that even though there was a lot of information on there that was convoluted, a lot of information that some might say is just repeated information, it was information that I didn't know, right? And the more that I learned it, the more I could apply to my business. Then I started hanging around people who were experts, and I started purchasing different programs and joining different masterminds and things of that nature, just so I can really exercise this information, really become a product of the product and become a student of the game. And then I apply that information onto my own personal credit, right? So the first thing is become a student. The second thing you want to do is practice what you're learning. You got to implement the information that you're learning. If you're not willing to implement the information, then you're going to constantly be in a state of learning. You're kind of like a master student, but you're not a master applier of the information. And so start using the information. You don't have to use everything at once, because if you try to do that, you're probably going to stretch yourself out. But if you just pick one thing or two things and just start implementing it, right, and being more consistent with it, especially if you're talking about credit repair, right? There's some things you have to do consistently in the credit repair game, from acquiring a new client to onboarding the new client, right, to actually doing the first round, preparing for the second, third, and fourth if that's required. Credit building. So start in baby steps, start learning and applying. Don't get stuck in one aspect and then give up, right? Continue to practice what you're learning on a consistent basis. And if you don't have any clients, again, practice on people that you know. Practice on yourself. Practice on your spouse. Practice on your girlfriend. Practice on your significant other. Practice on your children. Practice on your parents. Whatever. Just practice. Start applying the information so that you can become really knowledgeable of the actual nuances of the game, the application side of it. Okay? And then once you go from the learning stage to the practice stage, then you're going to go into the experimental stage. This is where you start really feeling good about the processes. You start learning new processes and applying it to what you're doing, right? You start really becoming kind of artists in the game, right? Because you're creating, I'm sorry, I got something in my eye. You keep creating different strategies, not off luck, because you're learning the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You're learning what works. You've had feedback from things that have worked with your clients and things that didn't work with your clients. And so now you can start experimenting with things because you know how this works, right? But you can't experiment if you haven't practiced. And you can't practice things you haven't learned. So that's why you have to go through that learn, practice, experimental stage, because the fourth step is mastery, right? And I'm still in the experimental stage. Some might say I'm a master, but I just feel like the minute that I own that title as master, I'll probably stop learning to the extent that I believe I can still learn. I got so much more learning to do. And my mastery isn't necessarily focused just on the credit repair game, but on the business side, the marketing side, the coaching side, right? The building of the business side. So there's so much learning to do, and I have to apply that same information: learn, practice, experiment, mastery. Okay, so understand that if you want to be successful in starting your own credit repair business, you must first be okay with being a student. No matter how long you've been in, understand that everyone has to learn, right? And so with Coach Creators Academy, that's why I think so many people are seeing success with it, is because when you join, everything you need to learn, the learning process is there. Literally everything you need to know from starting a business, just making your first sale is there. So the learning process is already put in place. You just have to plug into the information. But once you start plugging in and you start practicing it, guess what? You're going to start getting feedback. That feedback is going to help you to sharpen your axe. And then once you practice more and you start experimenting, then you can start closing deals. And we're going to show you the step-by-step process for that. So if you want information about that, again, I'll put in my description, I'll put the link where you can go and just take a look at it. We're going to be doing a 5-day challenge in the next week or so. So it's going to be for about 20 people, a small circle. I'll create a Facebook group. That is going to be for most likely a $97 5-day challenge. This is not including Coach Creators Academy. This is just a 5-day challenge for those who want to learn how to start their own credit repair. They want a kind of 5-day boot camp just to get them really immersed in the game. And my goal is to help some people get their first sale as well. So if you're interested in that, you can comment, challenge in the comments below, and I'll reach out to you directly, show you how to reach out to me. But if you want to become part of the academy, you want a lifetime membership, you want to learn and everything to be a part of what we're doing with the academy, learn how to build your own credit repair business, how to get into the funding business, how to get into the digital marketing space, and how to build a business. Again, click the link below in the description, and we'll go from there. That being said, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I hope this video was of value to you. Again, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like this video, because when you like and subscribe, guess what? Say YouTube says, hey, he's doing it the right way, and they show my video to more people, and that's how this channel grows. So I appreciate you guys. Sorry, I don't know if it's allergies or what, but I'm not going to delete the video. I'm going to keep it going because that's how you build, right? When it comes to YouTube, that's what I'm in, the learning stage and the practice stage. So that being said, God bless, be great, and I'll see you in the next video.